started off with brothers like Darren Sills, who was out there fighting when brothers was being murdered by the police
Open
in the
it up.
street. And Darren Sills and the rest of those who started off the original Black Lives Matter was murdered. All of the original Black Lives Matters was murdered. Then the
Facts.
corporation took over. And I want y'all to look into that. See, if mysonne was really about his business like that, matter, he would be the same place with Darren All Sills. Of the, but because he's controlled opposition, they let him reign. You see the reward of Black Lives Matter. The founder, the leader, she's not even a leader. The woman that runs the corporate, the LGBTQ community activist, the one that wages war against man, woman, and child. You see, she done bought houses all over the world now. We don't even see her no more. She cashed out. There's no reason for her to even play this game no more. Now, Tamika Mallory, mysonne, we don't even hear from them anymore.
I think it's time, Hocus. I think it's time. We got to let him come up.
All right, pardon me.
Oh, wait, say that again. You asked me think of time for what?
Set this room, yo.
No, I said I think it's time after the reset if we can get him to come up. Like you answered really eloquently.
Yo,
I appreciate you.
Coming in?
Oh,
yo,
Mice
I'm
is
about to
not
reset the room,
coming.
man.
Just to let y'all know.
All right.
Yeah, I figured that.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm about to reset this room, man, because that's sad, man. But anyway, all right, man.
Darren
This is the
Sills
Gotti
was murdered
gang.
in 2015 when the movement was hijacked originally. Go ahead.
All right. Yo, King,
This
yo.
is Gotti gang. This is the Gotti gang, man. Go ahead and follow the greenhouse at the top. The topic of today is mysonne is a fraud. Y'all give him a platform on Clubhouse. How do you guys feel about him being the voice of the people, but scared to have a debate on Clubhouse? Follow all the moderators on stage. Follow the greenhouse. We are allowing people on stage, but you have to follow the greenhouse. And if there's anybody on stage that's not following the greenhouse, we will respectfully send you to the goo. It don't matter who you are.
Facts.
We will send you to the goo.
And stop
So
giving
conversation.
motherfuckers the green bean. I will be knocking niggas down.
Can I say something about Black Lives Matter real quick? Just real quick, 30 seconds. I just want to shout out Hawk Newsom. Trust me, Black Lives Matter, I can't stand that movement. I know what they stand for, but Hawk Newsom, he does speak out against these vaccines. He's speaking up for the nurses, and he is saying, yo, that's, y'all basically targeting black people when it comes to these mandates and when it comes to y'all firing a whole bunch of black people. And he's the Black Lives Matter leader in New York. So I do want to shout out him and shout out somebody that is doing something in that movement that kind of go against what they allegedly stand for, which we know is the fuckery. But I just wanted to shout out Hog Newsom and he Black Lives Matter.
For sure. Hassan.
Oh, can I ask a question? I don't know if Hassan's still here anymore,
That nigga hard
but
drive left.
a real it's a little nerve wracking for me to ask a question, especially to people that I respect and have just love for, because I'm nervous. I'm nervous that something I'm gonna say is gonna make somebody feel upset. But I really genuinely want to ask this question. When we know about people like Darren Sills and also it was a couple of them that was murdered, right, in 2015. When Darren Sills was speaking about how the movement was being hijacked, if y'all go on YouTube, y'all would hear him. Y'all would hear him explaining in detail what was going on. Is it safe for us to now, years later, still be even like acknowledging those type of movements? And if our people join those movements, should we let them know like how this is a red flag? They need to get out of it. Like why are we so proud to salute people that are a part of a movement that actually was hijacked and blood was shed? I mean, Darren is not here. He's one of our brothers. Don't you think that's kind of disrespectful?
Yo, we got to stop giving out the
Does
green bean,
anybody
man.
have
Too
an
many
answer
people
to
got this
that?
green
I
bean.
mean,
Oh,
Hocus, I know you just
let me
shouted
say,
out your
yo,
friend.
King, yo, hold on. Let me say this, right? So, like, he was talking about like Leo was talking about with the whole Black Lives Matter. See, I knew them niggas was bullshit since 2014. I ain't jump on that fucking bandwagon because all these organizations that you see is ran by George Soros, man. That's been a fact. You listen to his interviews, you already know who that man is, what he do, how they get down. It's a whole lot of bullshit and shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? Now, for my son not to come up here, this nigga just showed y'all that he not a true leader. He didn't even want to have a conversation with her son. He ain't want to have a conversation with the people. So this is why I tell people, stop electing these people for the black community to speak for them.
Man,
They
that's
got no business speaking for y'all, man. Y'all need to run these niggas out the community. When they come there, talking about they care about black people, and then when they come on these platforms, they don't even want to have a conversation or a dialogue. So that tell you, my nigga, what type of niggas we dealing with.
So, Bullets, can I ask you a question?
You can ask me a question. What's up?
Okay. So, just for the knowledge of everybody that's in the room, right? What what exactly has George Soros done that makes him our target conversation? That like as if he is
I can answer that.
a wrongdoer towards black people and what we need or what we're looking for right now versus what we've got in power of our situation right now. And I
Hold on, mute
realize
up,
I'm
bro.
being recorded because and I refuse to be recorded inside of this room. So whoever's doing that,
you can't record no
Oh,
Oh,
the room.
me
well,
too.
This
hold
We have
shit
some
is
more
being
hold
rules.
on, hold on.
It's too late
This
for all
room
that.
is being recorded.
yeah, because
it's on
it
YouTube
has
right
the
now.
Listen,
It's
it
on
has
YouTube right
the
now.
So
hold on. One mic.
no, I'm letting you
Y'all
know
did not
we
know.
are
Y'all
recording.
been that shit is out in the world right now. I'm looking on YouTube right now.
Yeah, this
Nigga.
is right now. Clubhouse, bro.
We can't tell nobody not to do anything. So
Yo,
Okay.
But
hold on. I want to hear what Butters. I want to hear what Butters is saying. Now,
yes.
I want you to
Okay,
finish.
well fuck it. You know, they're gonna hear us. They're gonna hear us at some point in time anyway. They can't steal my soul because all I do is give to the universe. You want that, take a bite. Straight
well,
up and
there it is,
down.
Butters.
What George Soros is against, do we really have an acknowledgement of what that man has done that has been negative
Yes.
in regards to, so I want us to list these things so that
He's a
people can
fucking Jew.
hear.
He's a Jew.
One mic. Hold on. Let
Hold on,
Butters
hold
finish.
on,
One
hold
mic.
on, because I don't
Let
want
yo,
me
anybody
one
to
address.
mic,
Let
man.
I
me
don't want
address
One mic.
Butters.
anybody to be
Everybody
One mic.
confused
up.
by who's speaking about it and who's
Yeah.
saying,
Let me
and the
address
things that
Butters'
we are
comment.
saying, guys, we got to be extremely careful to not be labeled conspiracy theorists. We only want to
Hold
be
on.
dealing with
So can
facts
I
right
say something,
now.
Butters? I'm not
Thank
a
you.
conspiracy theorist. I'm a truth
You're a
teller.
truth seeker and a truth
Yeah.
teller. So let's do
Yeah.
that in this room right now.
So I'm gonna just tell you this, right? What I don't like about George Soros is that George Soros is behind all this bullshit that we call this black and white thing, this whole LGBTQ agenda, this whole, incarceration of black people. It's a whole lot of things that people don't understand. It's a shadow. Listen, the government that you think you see that run the government ain't the government. That's a shadow government. You understand what I'm saying? The president is basically a CEO. He is not the leader of the free world. Basically the leaders of the free world is the motherfucking banking. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's the bankers. It's the dudes, it's the small hats, whatever you want to say, the Jew man, whatever you want to say. Those are the people that run the country. All right. Like what people need to understand and be realize is that dudes like George Soros, they fund these dudes, they pay them agents of chaos, they pay them big bags, they give them millions of dollars. These dudes, they live like rappers and actors. These is people that they could be a bum on the street, they could be a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? They just give them money to basically fulfill their agenda. You know what I'm saying? I don't deal with race. Race is a social construct. Because if we deal with it on a deeper level, on a metaphysical level, and we start really talking about what race really is, race is not what people think it is. It's the agenda that America put there that is white and black. There's no such thing as white or black. I'm not black because I'm not dead. You understand what I'm saying? A white person can't be white. He's pink. We got to really look at the words that we say. You understand? So that's why when I look at a person like George Soros, he got to push the agenda. That's why when you listen to Black Lives Matter, the first thing they said, LGBTQ. If you're not caring about LGBTQ, if you're not caring about black women, you're not a part of Black Lives Matter. So that means if you want to take an issue about your black son getting killed in the street, If he not supporting those groups, they not gonna support you. Straight like that. It's an agenda. It's no knock on what they do or say. I don't have a problem with that because I understand they working. They working. This is workers. That's all they are. They workers. They not leadership. They don't got no leadership. They just workers. They pawns. Just like everybody else is pawns in the America chess game. America plays chess with their citizens. That's why when Chris Christie said, you know, he don't care if the people died during the pandemic, because basically, if the people die in the pandemic, it does not stop the economy. It does not stop the economics. So people got to realize that the country that you so-called love don't love you. You know what I'm saying? You on stolen land. They told you that you African American. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I'm not neither one because I'm not Italian. Okay? That's what people got to understand. Because you want to really know the truth about Africa. Africa's named after an Italian general. You want to know the truth about America. America's named after an Italian painter. Okay? So this is things that, our government tells us when we say, we on stolen land, they stole this land from us. We was already here. They stole it from us and gave us the same thing they giving us now. You see how history repeats?
Can I
These
answer
same
about George
Europeans,
Soros after you?
the same Europeans that we motherfuckers be getting mad about, it's the same ones that's giving the diseases out. These same George Soros types, they the same ones giving us the same Black Plague with COVID-19. So it ain't no different. It's just history repeating itself. So that's why when you look at a George Soros, man, they gotta listen, man, they gotta push a narrative on the citizens so they can knock us off and they keep us dumb, deaf, and blind. And then they put these dudes like mysonne that come in the community and play that victim grievance. See, I ain't heard none of these dudes talk about black economics. I ain't hear these dudes talk about the education. I ain't hear these dudes talk about the black on black violence, which basically these same motherfucking government officials come to the hood and give dudes nines, 380s, all that. They ride around CIA niggas. You know what I'm saying? They don't need the white men riding around. They got the black dudes riding around. So, like I said, man, it's all a game, man. This is the Truman Show. That's all it is. The straight up Truman Show. And that's what people got to understand, man. That's why they sit there and they laugh at niggas because they know niggas going to join on anything. That's why they don't take us serious. So yeah.
Can I just say this? This is Leo. So when we talk about George Soros, it's really simple. This is a game, and in order to can you, if I pronounce a word wrong, nobody correct me, please, please stop coming off your mic. So when we talk about George Soros, this is a game that is being played. So when we saw video clips like, bricks being stacked up during the riots at this time, bricks being stacked up at the scene. People were able to just go ahead. We could see that it was a setup. You could just go ahead and take a brick and throw it into a store. See, we might know some folks. We might know some folks that get busy in these streets and do what they do, right? All love, um, making a system work for them. I could respect that more than respecting. My God, it's just unbelievable.
Yo, somebody
Like I
mute
just
up.
don't understand. Like I really don't. Totally delusional. Anyways, so I could respect that more than there being a setup and me falling into that hole, into a trap. Why is there bricks sitting there in front of the stores for me to what? Pick it up, have easy access? This is what George Soros does. He funds the setups and flies out the agents. So I said, I'm learning about this. Let me tap in a little more and see what's going on. I seen a video clip of a white man get off of a bike like he just finished listening to some fucking Craig Mack or some shit. Like just got off the bike, picked up a brick in front of a whole bunch of kids, in front of a whole bunch of melanated children, threw the brick into the building. And then that's when they all started picking up bricks and doing the same, and then they went in there and started looting. The white man got on his bike and rode off. A flown out paid agent. This is the stuff that George Soros is a part of. There was also a video clip of people saying, George Soros, we want our money, because I guess he was late with his payments. So yeah, he has paid agents, and the individuals around him to help move forward the agenda. What is the agenda? To destroy resources and keep the emotional in a state of reactionary outlash. Now, when we talk about reactionary outlash, we have to go to the Hegelian dialectic, which is a strategy that the evildoers do from the insides, which means problem, reaction, solution. So anytime you see a problem and the people are reacting, believe that they're going to give you their solution. This happened on 9/11. Problem, everybody reacted. The solution, okay, we're going to put cameras everywhere, invade your privacy. Now they got that out the way, but you can't tell because you think that somebody's coming to save you. You think that somebody's doing it for the betterment of the people. So now here we are with we're not even talking about the problem of this whole mandate situation. We're talking about mandates right now? We still want to know, okay, who created this? Why was this even created? Can we get down to that? Oh, because y'all created it, but y'all done blurred the line so much that now we out here screaming about mandates, not really holding the true people accountable for this. So this is why George Soros is a disgust to me. And Darren Seals was found shot up in a burning car. Okay, the original leaders of the BLM movement. So for me to ever hold a sign makes me think about Darren Seals' burning body. If I hold a sign that says BLM, if I support that, because that man is our brother, and for us to keep supporting that is truly disrespectful. Then there was another boy from the BLL movement. His mother cries every single day. He was found hanging from a tree. So for you to call yourself, a part of this movement and you love the people, you need to think about those men who lost their lives. And then you need to think about, why are these people still promoting this? Throw it away. Thank you.
Yo, I just want to say
Yeah.
this don't got nothing to do with what nobody talking about. But if you're on the stage, excuse me, if you're on the stage and you are not following the club, again, you're going down to the goo. Like, this is the last time I'm gonna say this shit because I'm about to really just start throwing people down. I mean, because I'm looking at least 4 people right now that's not following the club, man, and y'all talking. So it ain't shit. Just go up to the greenhouse, click the greenhouse. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. Come on, y'all. Like, we respecting everybody to talk. Like, just respect this man club and just go ahead and become a member.
Shout out
All
to
right.
Bullets Gotti, man. This Hocus talking.
Oh, salute,
Make sure
Hocus.
y'all, huh?
Salute, Hocus. How you?
Salute, bro. At the end of the day, man, make sure y'all go follow the Greenhouse, show him support. He be in my club and definitely be pulling up. So, I made sure I pulled up. Wanted to definitely touch on the topic and because Mike's is my guy. I understand what Ha's saying. I understand what Bullet's saying. I understand how a lot of y'all feel. But before I say what I want to say, please just go hit the Greenhouse and show that support. But at the end of the day, I really feel like, I tried to get Mice in here just now. Mice, I'm not gonna speak for that man, but I know that he don't want to talk to Hassan because of a whole lot of disrespect, on the internet, and I guess he just feel like for some reason he'll address other people, but he just don't want to talk to Hassan. I don't really know why, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna just say this: at some point he gotta come talk to the people because it's like the fuck my son movement is growing. You know what I mean? And I think that he should come, if I would want him to hear this, and I also told him this, in the text just now on his phone, like he should be coming here and talk. So at some point you need to address the people because this is the people and nobody is small enough for anybody to address. So at some point he needed to definitely come and talk to you guys. And he don't owe nobody an explanation. But being a leader, when you consider yourself a leader and you leading people and the people is asking questions, it's kind of like you kind of do because, don't Joe Biden, they owe us a fucking explanation. Like, right, they allegedly leaders, right? Like when you put yourself in that light, you kind of owe people an explanation. And I want to shout out my brother Cuban Link. He's here, he's on the stage too, Bullets.
Shout out Cuban.
Yo,
Q,
shout out to Snow Billy too.
Q, you got something you want to say, Q?
Yo, Q.
Hey, yo, Bullets, this is Minnie. Let me know. I'm ready to let it
Oh,
go.
Y'all
man,
hear
you
me?
can take the
Y'all
floor.
hear
You
me?
can take the
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
floor.
hear
What's
you
good?
now.
What's
What
good,
up,
Hope?
Q? What's
What's
good,
up,
bro?
Hocus? What's up, room? What's going on, man? What's up, bro?
Salute,
Um,
salute, Q.
yeah, sir. Yeah, I seen the fuck my campaign going on, and I was just like, I wanted to find out what's going on, man. Because I know this brother personally, man. He's a good dude, man, and he changed his life, did a 360. Regardless, we don't agree with the Black uh, Matters movement. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's like, well, if you're damn if you do, you're damn if you don't, because you could be out there robbing motherfuckers like you used to be, or doing things that I'm saying that it's not good for the community, and now he's doing this. You know what I'm saying? He got more positive. I seen the whole 360 change on him. You know what I'm saying? And more responsible, and really really doing it for for the cause. I seen him in the middle of riots. You know what I'm saying? I seen him taking flights to places where what I'm saying that presence was needed. Now I don't know the back. Of course, everything got a when it's something big like that, like political. I understand about the black hand, which is the hidden hand behind everything, whether it's corrupt or it's something that they got an agenda. I understand that, but I'm just looking at a brother of mine that I know personally that did a great change for what I'm saying, for himself, and doesn't have to be depending on one thing only, what I'm saying, to feed his family, and and live positive and righteous. Every time I heard my son speak, it's always with knowledge, it's always with create, like it says. And if you decipher his conversations or his message, it's always a positive message. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, I understand, man. I understand. But if my son, y'all targeting my son at the end of the day, but he's like, in that whole conglomerate, he's like a pawn in this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's other people that are pulling strings from behind and they got their agenda. Yes, but to just point him out, I don't think it's right, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not right to do that. So it
Absolute.
becomes really, really where you know what I'm saying? They're putting him on a pedestal where he's responsible for all this shit. And I seen that man cry. I seen that man, do a lot of things for the community, man. And he's speaking up, and he's actually, moving up in the world with his, what he stands for. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you stand for something, or you don't stand for nothing, and you'll fall for anything. But at the end of the day, man, it's just like, I just want. Yeah, man, I don't want to see my brother's name being trashed like that, and I'm gonna speak up for him. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, I know him enough, and I don't chill with him every day. But just like Hoke, that's my brother. Hoke is for my brother. So if I see this type of shit, I want at least say my piece and let y'all know from the first person, somebody that actually know these brothers. How I feel, and I'm a real nigga where I can tell y'all this, because I see a lot of motherfuckers been smashing my name around, and I don't see this too much. Say where somebody speaks up for me, but I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm not the same as nobody. So what I'm saying, I got to represent for my peoples.
Hey, Cuban, it's Butter.
But what's up, baby?
How you doing? You all right?
I'm chilling like a villain, no penicillin, and today is Punch, what I'm saying, birthday. So
Oh, it's
salute to my brother.
awesome. Most definitely. That's the twin, right?
That's the twin, only one and only.
Okay. So
Yo,
I'm listening to everything that you're saying is very heartfelt. So I just wanted to let you know what this room, when I came in here and I seen the title, I'm like, oh, okay. I get to talk to. I'm gonna mute your mic for a second, Cuban, so I could have less turbulence.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm sorry. Yes. Yes.
It's okay. So I just wanted to let Cuban understand that it was not anybody in here like attacking him because, I feel like I'm a conduit of energy that wouldn't even allow that to go down, because these brothers in here seem to have a positive motive and incentive to be and continue positivity. The only thing that I think that they had in question was the fact that he has a leadership role as my son, in so many different spaces where he becomes looked upon as a representation for what the black people feel, or what the black people should be doing, or what the black and brown community be thinking, and how we should be moving. And the people that he's around seem to be questionable to the people that were in the room talking previously, such as Hassan was in here. You know Hassan, Cuban?
Yes. Yes. I mean, Hassan got a lot of great things to say, man. I feel him on a lot of subjects, man. And he's a Bronx native, so it's always love, Bronx River all day.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but
so
they gotta. I understand Hassan's gripe with mice, and it's not nothing personal. Hassan feels a certain type of way because mice didn't stand up the way he should. As a, he looked at my son as a real dude, real individual in the community. He got a voice. So when Hassan was going through his story, as far as like the Bombada, where he wanted, I'm saying, Mice to back him up. Mice didn't do that all the way, according to him.
So it basically is a gripe from back then,
Yeah,
even.
it is that. It is that. I understand that, though, man. I understand that. So then he started. It was a personal thing to Haas, because that's when he was like, oh,
You got to stay in one place, Q. Your microphone went out, so you might have to restart that statement.
Hey, when he finished, pull me in.
Oh yeah, Minnie,
Who?
Minnie, you next, Minnie. I got you, beloved. You.
So when his mic fixes itself back, we'll regain and recoup from where Cuban
It's
left
fixed. He
off.
got it
But
muted.
oh, okay. So maybe it's because of where he's at. But if you'd like Minnie to go
but,
ahead,
Yeah,
but
Cuban,
Minnie,
he's
Minnie, you can take
Cuban,
the floor, Minnie.
Cuban, your mic was messed up. You was in the matrix for a minute. Could you
okay.
could you finish that what you were saying in regards to like it being a gripe from back then, and was there no repair in between that time? That's a long time ago, man.
Well, yeah, but we Bronxers, man. Niggas would never forget shit. You see me, I never forget nothing. So at the end of the day, it's like that was, especially when it's a personal thing and it's important to you. Like Hassan, Africa Bombada situation is very important. You know what I'm saying? That's child molestation, and he thought that mice, would stand behind him stronger than he would. You know what I'm saying? And he felt that mice pick and choose his battles, and that he didn't want to get involved with that, which I feel that Hassan took that personal. It's like, oh, either you scared of these niggas or you rocking with them niggas. So, and let me, when we started like putting a microscope under my son, then he started doing the Black Lives Matter movement, and he's seen all the chinks in that armor, which it is a lot of things behind that shit. You know what I'm saying? What we don't know and we need answers to as a community. But
So it's not also because he didn't take him with him on the ride to that hierarchy. Now you don't think it's that now, right?
well, it stems from that. I think if Mice and him had a real talk, I think that would tell him, yo,
Damn, you
man,
in the matrix. Say it
like you
again.
heard. I'm sorry.
Damn,
I'm sorry.
Cuban, you rolling in the sticks? You
Damn.
out fishing again?
I'm fishing. Damn. Wait a minute. One second.
Cuban, we're gonna come back to you just now when you get stable, okay? Because the Matrix got you sounding like a Autobot.
Yo, Minnie, you got the floor, beloved. You can take it.
All right, I want to say something to everybody in here. We doing what niggas do, fighting amongst each other. I'm gonna take y'all to a group that is paid by the financiers and the elites, and they set up every agenda that's in front of us right now. Their name is the Tavistock Institute for Human Relations. And what they are is a white think tank. They set the agendas. So when you start to see people like Bill Gates, Fauci, Elon Musk, these people are given directives from this think tank, and they're all working. See, this is the reason that it's hard to prove conspiracy, because the people engaged in the conspiracy don't even know that they're working with each other, but they're putting the funding in the particular places to garner a desired result. So we're doing nigga shit right now. We yo my son, and this is only because he's a black man and we know of him, and he's what we consider to be one of us. The man is so small on the chessboard. He has nothing to do. If it wasn't my son, what I'm saying is, if it wasn't him, they would have someone else in place. Now, I want you to try and grasp who the Tavistock is. They are the directives for every bad thing we see going on right now. The reason it's impossible to prove conspiracy, because the people working in the conspiracies don't even know they're working with each other. And this is how W supremacy works. This is how the dominant society works. So Yeah, we could sit here and my son it all fucking day. But I mean, to me, he's a man with a job and he's doing his job. And if he's branched off from Black Lives Matter, that's a beautiful thing. But if he started there and got his M's up or whatever he had to get up, yo, I respect it.
Yo,
Because you gotta understand.
you got a hell of a. I don't want to cut you off, bro. This SB, you got a hell of a point, bro. And I ain't gonna stay too long, but I'm just gonna say this, my nigga. Black people, they ain't gonna never assist each other, my nigga. This shit is designed to destroy each other. They ain't gonna support a whole Caucasian organization before they support their own. And I'm just say one thing, right, bro? Because I study everything. Like I'm an elephant. My brain is like an elephant, bro. I watch, listen, everything, my nigga. So it's like I understand this culture. Like I'm black, Japanese, and Caucasian because my great grandfather was a slave master, and my father is Japanese, and my mother is black. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, great on that shit. But you know, this culture, my nigga, is so dysfunctional. It don't make no fucking sense, man. Like, like I look at the artists, right? When they had a certain platform where they was able to get a lot of money from their work, they let the white man build a streaming service to rape them completely. But they cool with that. Black people are cool with being raped, long as you rape them in their face and don't do it behind their back. And that's just black people, man. And if nobody don't like it, man, come on, man. This culture is crazy, bro. When I say
And that's what
insane,
I was trying to
insane.
say. That's what I was
Man,
trying to say right
it's
there, man. Y'all
insane, bro.
brothers got
It's
that.
insane. They rather get fucked. Long as you fuck a black motherfucker in his face, he gonna enjoy it. Just don't do it behind his back. And that's why they been getting fucked since the 1800s, my nigga. And that's why they so comfortable with it. I'm gonna leave you with one thing, right? Because I own a nice house, right? But I don't own shit that's underneath this house, my nigga. I don't own that gas pipe. I don't own that water line. I don't own that gas line. So the minute them crackers say, move your motherfucking house, I can't say shit. Because they wasn't worrying about securing what's on top of the land. They secure what's underneath this motherfucker. That's why that's why they will never have no power. Because you could buy a $300,000 house, but it's only a shell because you don't own not one fucking pipe in this world.
And don't forget the airspace too, my brother. They own the
Right. You know what I'm
airspace.
saying? So it's like you look at this culture, bro, and it's like we're gonna always, and I ain't tearing nobody down. You know what I'm saying? Like I do a lot of entertainment, joke wise and all that. But on an overall, man, this culture is designed to destroy each other. They don't even support each other. They'll go support a whole nother race before they support their own, bro. We got so much. Listen, let me tell you something. The Chinese took 10 years to get their financial freedom. 10 fucking years. African Americans don't have not 1% of financial freedom. Not 1%. Yo, you know what? I'm gonna say this to add on to what the brother said. Like, you know, when you becoming conscious now is kind of horrible. Like my mother brought me in this shit when I was 13, and I'm fucking ancient now. But the thing about this is, from the moment we're born, we're being provided our information from the enemy. We go to the enemy schools, so on and so forth, up to now. So now let me get back to the Tavistock Institute because this is very important. The Tavistock Institute for Human Relations, they've set up everything that you see going on. This is the think tank that gives the other think tanks their directives. So the people that are in communication with the Tavistock Institute for Human Relations are probably the financiers, like the people that really own and run the fucking world. So we sitting here, we busy talking about my son. Once again, my son is just a guy with a job. Y'all want him to, y'all are asking him to step in front of a bullet. This is what we're asking of the man. I haven't seen a man do anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? In the sense that he had his job to carry out and he did it. He didn't betray black people.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
But that's the same guy when another man was driving his cab.
That was 20 years ago, my brother.
It
And he
don't
didn't do that. Come on, everybody know that.
And he
He
didn't
took the
do it.
rap.
He didn't
no,
He
do
it
took
it.
the
don't
rap for that.
matter. The nigga was downstairs. He could have came upstairs and talked his piece with his peoples.
Yeah, but we know
It's not
that. Personally,
none
I
of that.
know he didn't do
Yeah,
that.
but don't hold the man. Don't hold the man to that for 20. Don't crucify. How much more time you gonna keep crucifying a nigga? The nigga went to jail. He was in jail with me. He was in the Beacon with me. I was in the cell block. He was in the annex, my nigga. How much more time can you hang him?
He
You only
paid
can
his
hang a
price,
man
man.
one time, man.
That's
He
true.
did.
Facts.
The
And
fuck,
he
Hold on,
paid
man.
his
hold on,
price
hold
This
on,
is
too.
why
y'all.
That's
we
a
had
Hold on.
never
fact.
go nowhere. This is why as a people, they gonna crush us. They gonna crush us. And they
Hold
crushing
on.
us now. And they gonna continue to crush us.
And
Because
this
you
is the
niggas can't
thing.
stick
They
together.
might be laughing at us right
And
now.
this is the thing. I'm trying
And
to
they
get you to
shook. And you know
grasp.
what? And they should crush you niggas. Fuck you niggas, man. Out of here.
Yo, listen. And this is why. George Soros is under the think tank. Elon Musk is under the think tank.
That's a
Bill
fact.
Gates is under the think tank. So we after the fucking workup, but the boss is free to do what he would like. No, don't start a fuck my son movement. Fuck, start a Bill Gates. Bill Gates is getting ready to poison your children, and niggas
Right.
is
But you
sitting in here
but you hear
And
me?
it's
Niggas
talking
is too
about
scared of that. Niggas is too
niggas
scared of
is
that.
niggas is sitting in here talking about my son when these niggas just lowered their age to 5 years old. So this is where the war starts because they're coming for niggas' babies. And
My
then
nigga,
these
they gonna
niggas,
kill all these niggas' babies, my nigga. We ain't gotta worry about that. If you don't get it through the syringe, you gonna get it through the air. Or you gonna get it through the water. They already got, man, this shit crazy, bro. This shit is wicked, my nigga.
It's
They
just
rather
like the
crush.
music industry, man. It's just like the music industry. You see, you like you know you got a favorite artist you love because he's telling you, you know, it relates to you. But at the end of the day, you can't put that nigga as he's the voice for the music industry. Music industry is evil as a motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? But we can't just say, okay, every motherfucking rapper is part of this fucking little, you know what I'm saying, cult that they got in there where they rape, they molesting kids and they're doing all that extra shit on the top level. You can't say that. You can't blame one rapper for that. So it's the same thing with this. It's like that's a big ass movement. That's politics, even worse. That's where motherfuckers really got the power to make everything disappear and appear. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is, man. Mice is not even on that level, man. So for him to get crucified
Right.
for certain things, man, it's not
Yo,
fair.
shout out
You know?
Cuban, shout out. You know you my guy, man.
Shout
You
out,
know, and
Snow.
that's and you're 100% right. Like we'll crucify our own, but you got these Europeans that's destroying us, man. Every day they trying to find a way to destroy every Latino, every African American. They stay up in think tanks for 24 hours a day trying to destroy this culture. And then here we go. Look, I listen, man. I didn't help destroy the culture myself, man. You know what I mean? I ain't no hypocrite. I didn't help destroy the culture, but not as much as these motherfuckers did. I could never do as much as they did. You dig what I'm saying? So, but I'm not on that level now, my nigga. Nigga can't hold me for what I did 3 years ago. Matter of fact, 30 years ago, especially if I made a positive change towards doing right. So I agree with you, Cuban. Don't continue to hang the man. I don't even know my son, truthfully, because when he was in the Beacon with me, he was in the annex. I'm in the cell blocks. So we never really came across each other like that. But he was in the building with me. I don't know him at all. But how much more times can you beat a fucking dead horse, my nigga? When you
Hey, let
got
me ask y'all a question.
other
Yep.
parties out here plotting to snipe your 3-year-old niece, parties that's way to snipe your 2-year-old son. They want to destroy their little asses. They want to destroy them. And they going to destroy them because you niggas ain't gonna wake up. And that's just the
Let me
reality of it. So when
yo.
you
Let
go
me
to
ask you a
bed tonight,
question.
what's up?
When do we start holding our people accountable for playing devil agents with these secret societies? When do we start holding
Yo,
these niggas
first, hey,
accountable?
yo, what's up, House first? You know, talking to SB, homie. What's up?
What up? What up, Snow Billy?
What's happening, baby? But listen, right? You right.
Like, see,
Listen,
my whole thing is like
I
this,
don't
right?
really know him, though, Haas. I don't know what he do. You know, I know my little man Trice be with him, and they do all that Brooklyn and Bros. I don't follow him. I don't know what he do. Only thing I'm saying is that if he wrong, beat him down and let him go about his business. If he's wrong,
And you also,
See, that's the whole thing about it is right. The whole thing about it is with my son,
Cuban.
right? Why
Cuban
why
Link,
is
my
it that
nigga.
my
What's up?
son, Cuban, what's good? Why is it that my son, right? He'll get up there and he'll play games back and forth and beef with whack back and forth. I got questions to ask him about us as a people and where they went wrong in a movement, right?
mm-hmm.
Like I said, I point certain things out. Antifa infiltrated their movement in the worst way. They wouldn't even speak out against Antifa, what they did, how they put our children in danger, how they lowered our children into rioting and looting, and them same kids ended up going to the federal penitentiary, and some of them are still being picked up from devices that they stole out of these stores. Now, my whole thing is, right, he's a man, right? Why is it that other men have to defend this man when he had the opportunity to sit up there and say, yo, this is what happened, that's what happened, and give us clarity? See, the reality of it is that my son ain't never been faced with the type of questions that I'm going to ask him based off of that fraternal order. Like, for example, did he take the oath? The same way I asked Kwame Brown, and he did not want to answer in front of all of those people. Did my son take the same oath that Tamika Mallory did and Al Sharpton did? We gotta start making people be
right. Yo, Haas, just fill me in. What kind of oath is that? I'm not aware of that. Just fill me in.
Well, we have to ask him. Did he take any oath? Is he down with any secret societies, any different fraternal orders? And what pledge did he take with them? Because the reality of it is, clearly there's a budget for what him and Tamika Mallory is doing. And clearly they sat up there and pushed out Donald Trump, pushed him out. This man, the presidency, the whole thing about it is Donald Trump gave many of black people an opportunity to come sit down. Like Meek Mills, for example, he gave him the opportunity to sit down and say, hey, let me know what's going on in the black community. What do y'all want? This is the position they put these rappers in. They turned them into our leaders. Jay-Z told Meek Mill no. So now my son used his voice. Hold on, let me finish. My son used his voice.
This is Cuban. Remember when they did that? When they did that, though? When they did that, remember everybody from the left side was getting on dumb people that they sellouts because they was rocking with Trump. So you got the same shit left and right. I just want to say that.
But listen, here's my whole thing, right? If you fought hard to get Biden in office, people are losing their jobs right now. People are losing their homes right now because they don't want to take this vaccine. And the people that they put in power is crippling America like we've never seen before in our lives. And the people that put them in power is not even speaking out against the people that they put in power. Something is wrong with that. The people,
you got a hell of a point. You got a hell of a point.
My biggest problem is that never in my life have I seen a rapper, my son, with Tamika Mallory get on a plane and land at the police officers who supposedly killed George Floyd. They made that kind of noise, but then after the money was distributed to them and others, you don't hear no more about the deaths going on in the black community. But every once in a while, they'll make a guest appearance, come outside with some stupid ass shirts and say guns down, gloves up. Shout out to that movement because it's good people in that. But they'll infiltrate like they actually out there trying to stop. And better yet, hold up. They said, let's hold the corner stores. Let's hold the corner stores accountable for the murders that's happening. Like, hold up. So you're going to tell me you want to hold the Arabs and the Chinese accountable for what our children is doing instead of the gang members, the parents, and the uncles?
Right.
You don't want to go to the head. You don't want to go to the heads of the gangs. You don't want to go to the heads of the gangs and step to them and say there's going to be repercussions behind the murder of these children that's going on. No, you want to extort the stores and the corner stores that scared the same niggas that's standing in front of the stores that lose half their merchandise because when the little dust hat niggas be coming in there stealing their shit when they high. But you want to put the pressure on them. That's deflecting at its finest.
It's nothing wrong with checking somebody.
We never going to elevate as a people until we clean fucking house.
Yeah, you got a point.
And hold our so-called leaders accountable.
You got a point, Haas. Am I right or wrong when I say that you and my son's problem started when he didn't want to back you up in your situation with Africa Bambaataa?
My son told me straight up and down that he was going to back me up, and he didn't back me up. And then I had to sit back and watch him flip on all types of rappers, but won't say nothing against the Zulu Nation. So when me and my son finally did have a conversation, when he realized that Eric Bennett was my co-defendant, and he realized that I ran with X, but when he seen Eric Bennett, he hit me up like, yo, that's my brother. And my whole thing is, he told me right then and there that he ain't trying to go to the war with the Zulu Nation, but you want to go to war with Young Money by calling Lil Wayne a junkie.
Okay.
Help me
So
to make sense of that. He
you got
called
a
him a
legit,
straight junkie.
you got a legit beef where you could say what you say. But what you say, my brother, when you say it, you look at things like you look at things through a different perspective than most people do, and I feel what the perspective you look at shit. Sometimes you see the whole motherfucking thing from a distance, whereas you see the top of the pyramid. You know what I'm saying? So you know what's working, you see it from a different level. And some niggas, when they're caught up in that, just in a certain level, especially when they're beginning, they get used like that, man. So it's nothing wrong with checking niggas, especially with knowledge, the way you coming about it. And it's like those questions you got definitely need to be answered. You know what I'm saying? Even by my son. It's just a way of doing it. Because remember, we all from the hood, especially when we talk about like my, us, you, and we got a way of saying it. And I seen a couple of motherfucking episodes on your iPod where you take it personal. Because I know it's personal to you. You know what I'm saying? But when you taking it that personal, it's like you challenging a man to, face you and fight you, like almost to that point. And it's like, when we from the hood, my nigga, we just get caught up in that dumb shit when I know you are bigger than that. Like what you're saying is bigger than that. And that's what we need to concentrate, I think, more when we put these questions out to these people, such as mice and those that represent our communities. Just you know what I'm saying, to put it in a strong way, just like you do it, and with facts and with, those kind of questions that make sense to the people. Is like, yo, but you seen this nigga do this shit up there, and you seen this man's background where he does this shit all the time. Why are you rocking with him? And that's understandable. That's a dialogue. But we also got to understand that there's respect that's got to be in between that. And we also got to understand that these are the same niggas that come from the same hood as us. So we got to still uplift them. And if they are confused, let's unconfuse them. You know what I'm saying? If they don't understand it, of course we go resort to the last fucking stage of shit. We know what that is. But you know, uh, we grown up, man. We grown folks, and we motherfuckers, that grew up in this beautiful hood, and it's ugly as hell, but it's beautiful at the same time. So we just got to give each other and start pulling each other up instead of down, man. And you know what I'm saying? When they're in position, you know what I'm saying? At least let's go cordial with it. You know what I'm saying? To let the world know we getting together, and that's going to be a problem. That too. When the world start looking at certain hoods getting together and certain people of where we come from get together, that is fear that is going to. So you're going to have the in between niggas trying to fuck that up. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of division because those niggas do get involved. The motherfucking spies that be around and they try to knock up new ways to start beef between us. You know what I'm saying? So we also got to be on point with that. Anyway, go ahead, huh?
For Cuban, I feel like you
Yeah,
gotta.
you know what? I mean, I tell you what, I would have gave my son a better conversation than what he had with Wack, because honestly speaking, Wack was clowning him like he was soft. I want
And
to
he
have an
clowned me
adult
too, though. He
conversation with
clowned
him.
me too. He clowned me too. I did the clowning shit. But that's what I'm saying. I don't even give that space up because you know what? I'm too big for that. And I know the truth. Once you know the truth, my nigga, like, before we used to be hype it up, trying to make sure the niggas understood it and fight for shit. Like now, I just laugh at niggas when they just beat it on some other shit where I know it's lies. And I'm just laughing at you like, okay. I'm still trying to keep it positive because that's who I am. But at the end of the day, back in the days, it would have been different. But now I understand the truth is very valuable, man, very beautiful when you have it and when you know it. So that's what it is, man. But confidence that you have inside when you got that truth, it's like nobody can fucking do nothing to you. Now they can make it look like that. They can make you look like you lying or make fun of you. But at the end of the day, the joke's on y'all. If y'all niggas represent that lie and y'all gonna go with it, later on, it's the same niggas that come back, oh, my bad, yo, you always been the truth. Get the fuck out. That's, you know what I'm saying? It's different.
Yeah,
But
word, man. We ain't accepting no U-turns, man. Once you bust that U-turn, you can't come back once you realize this shit is different, man.
Word is bone.
If you ain't
So,
with me from the beginning, my nigga, ain't no U-turns being bust. Keep it pushing.
so
Gangster.
Hassan, do you think you could have that conversation with my son with a different approach, though? Like how you
I
is,
mean,
like
listen,
I feel
I could
like
definitely,
y'all could
we
do it
men, we
publicly.
definitely could.
Y'all could do it publicly too, man. I would love to see that debate because that's a debate more than beef or
I'm
an
trying to
argument.
make it happen, Cuban, and Mice don't want to make it happen. I'm trying to make it how I think it should happen, and that's why I'm glad that we all talking about it publicly, also, because maybe he can hear all of our voices, because he respect us, he respect Cuban, he respect me, and it's like I'm telling him just had a conversation with Haas because the people want to know. These are good questions, like yo, bro, people is looking at you like a leader. Don't ignore the people, bro, because
I don't know, like me, cause me, like I feel everybody got different point of view. I like where Hassan be coming from on his page. I like where Wack be coming at on here, and then I like my song. I feel everybody got dope. Like y'all just got to link up. Y'all got dope. Wait, I feel y'all for the
And
people.
imagine if they all together doing this shit. That's what I'm imagining. That's powerful.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something, man. To see the one thing, like I say, and I say it again, like Rizza Islam is a bad motherfucker. That brother is breaking down the things that we need to know about that shit that they putting us in our body. Hocus for a fifth is a bad motherfucker. The niggas is speaking out the shit that we supposed to be speaking out. Let me tell you something. I went from literally a $50,000 check to barely a $15,000 check because I was sitting up there speaking out against the same shit. They don't want us talking about that shit they putting in our body. Them niggas is not speaking about it at all. They waiting to be activated.
Yeah, but
When the
Hassan,
government
Hassan, listen. I don't want to cut you off, right? But you see how you just said that, right? That's because black people don't got no financial power, bro. So if they wave 10,000, and I'm gonna say this, and I ain't gonna be, no, I ain't gonna be disrespectful. Let me just make sure I choose my word wisely. If they wave 10,000 in a African American face, they don't have no financial power. So you know how many of these dudes will do anything for $10,000, man? Huh? You know what they'll do for $10,000 right now? You know what you could do to an African American male or woman with 10 cash right now, just you and them? Huh, you'd be surprised, man.
the same thing that Mysonne and Tamika Mallory doing right now. They was bought
Right.
and paid for.
Right, for ten
She went
thousand,
to
for ten
she
thousand right now, I could take any one of these strippers in these clubs with 10 bands right now, and she'll let me drag her through my backyard all the way up to the road, man. For just 10,000. Why? Because they ain't got no financial freedom, so they don't know what to do. I know niggas who got $100,000 in their house. They don't even know what to do with it. They don't know what to do with it, my nigga. It's just sitting there because African American people don't have financial power. So if you wave 10,000 in the average African American face, you could do particularly anything you want to them.
You know what it
well,
is
you
too,
know
man. It
what?
starts with organization, man. Organization.
If the way you put it like that and the way it is, because it's is exactly the way that it is, as long as we have people that's going to turn the other cheek when they get that budget, then we doomed as
Right.
a people. And
Exactly.
this is why this Roman Empire that's in
Right.
control been ruling
That's
for
right.
over 1,000 years
That's
because
right.
they control our leaders, they control our water, they control the land,
They
they control
control
the
no
air that we fly
Haas, wait.
in.
Haas, they control what's underneath the land. They didn't secure what's on top of the land. They went to for what's underneath this motherfucker. These water pipes, these gas lines. Your house ain't nothing without any of that. You just got a shell.
You gotta start thinking
That's why
about
we
getting your own
supposed to.
power cord.
That's why we got to start buying land. We got to get back to going. Yo, black people are so broken and so weak, right? We sitting up there celebrating because Kanye West decided to give Beanie Siegel $50 million. We just turned this nigga into a $9 billion man. Where is the
And he
skating
looks
rings to keep?
lost. And
Where's
he
the
looks
where's
lost.
yo? But where's the skating rings for our children to get out of these streets? Where is the community centers with the counseling for the broken homes and the kids that's growing
Mhm.
up with the drug dealer or rather the drug addict parents? Where is the
Where's the
jobs?
studios? Wait. Where's the music? Where's the creative music studios that would really kick them off the street?
But
And
wait,
that's
can
where
I
it
can I
comes.
point out something good that everybody calls is not the same. Like, but let's talk about something good that he is doing for the orphanage for the so the babies don't be aborted. Like Black Lives Matter want them to be. Let's talk about that though. He is doing something good there. You know, he's taking
That's dope.
yeah, he's taking the kids that if you want to abort your baby, he's building these orphanages. Like, nah, let me raise them.
Hello.
Bring them here. You know, so
Hey,
that's a good thing that he is doing.
yo, Hocus, I
Salute,
wanna
salute,
add, I
salute to
wanna,
him for that.
I wanna add on something. I really need y'all to understand that there are directives for rich people not to give poor people money. So if you notice, a lot of people when they get on from here, you always see people like Hove and this and that. You'll see them donating money over in Africa,
Of
but
course,
not
of
here
course, of course,
because donating money to poor people here can destabilize America.
of
You know
course.
what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact. They need
So
them to
so
work.
right. So the whole thing is the thing I always tell people is why would they invest in their investment? We are the investment.
Exactly, exactly,
To
Who's
man.
just
that?
be
Minnesota?
alive. Yeah, yo, listen. Let me tell you something, man.
What's
If
up,
y'all
Minnie?
notice, right? Yo, listen. If y'all notice, and I'm gonna tell you something that I noticed. There's a war on black finance. Who
Of
got the
course it
money?
is.
Who
There's
got the
been a
six
war.
figures?
There's
The
been a war now.
rappers got the money, and the
No,
entertainers got the money. We watched them take Michael Jackson, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly. Whether these stories were for real or they were made up, they're knocking them down one by one. They say, yo, let's go after the black bank. So now, when you got these guys out there that's doing things, these niggas is moving extremely stealth. You think when I start doing my producing again, yeah, I know this shit. I live this shit. It's in my heart, but I'm not gonna talk about it because they'll knock me the fuck down. And this ain't listen. The white man is gonna
And your peoples ain't gonna help you get back up.
nah
They
nah.
gonna
I'm
knock
talking
him
about
down with him. That's
man.
straight
Listen,
up,
I'm gonna
bro.
tell you yo. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I survived a brain aneurysm, and I don't know. Yo.
God
Listen,
God
bless
yo.
you.
bless.
God bless you.
I,
God
yo,
bless you,
thank
man.
you. I don't eat no meat. I don't do
Word.
no bullshit. The fucking doctor laughed like, nah, you good. That was a one off. This is what the doctor said to me.
Hey, yo, listen, I got shot in the head and the neck, and every time I go see the doctor, he said, "That's all you complaining about." I
Listen,
say, "Wow."
Yo,
So
listen.
that's
doctors
what
is
you
letting
I
complaining
had
niggas
a
die,
brain.
man.
I had a
Doctors is letting
brain.
people die, yo. For
Yo,
real, they
listen.
letting people die.
I had the brain aneurysm on the other side of my head. I got shot in my head on the other side.
Yeah, every day I feel like I'm about to have one. I swear to God, my nigga, this shit
You know what I'm
different.
saying? So I sit here and I say that to say this, like it didn't it they didn't find nothing. They drained me. I was in a coma. I'm back, but I I don't. I'm like Hocus to tell you like when we on there and we building. I don't like to sound weird, but I feel like I got hit. I feel like I got hit, and they just listen. If I could show y'all a fucking camera, if I could go on fucking camera, they just put the 5G tower. 2 weeks before I had the brain aneurysm, they built the 5G tower across on top of the roof of the building across from where I'm at. So like I say, I'm not afraid, but I'm not stupid.
You
You know
know,
what I'm
too
saying? So
many,
you got these
Can
many,
I
rappers
say
out here.
something?
many.
Yeah.
Let me just say this real quick about the aneurysms, man. Uh, my ex girl, her sister died,
Come on,
and she.
Q, you about to scare me up now, my
No, no,
boy.
no, no, no. I'm trying to tell you, because aneurysms is different. It's like some shit they don't get detected. Like this girl, which is her
Mm,
sister, she passed away, and she was just 40 years old, and it just erupted one day, and they never find it. She always had this shit. It was in the middle of her brain, but it was so like hidden that they never found it. They did tests on her and everything. She used to get mad headaches, and one day that shit just broke. That shit just popped, and the blood, the brain gets covered with blood and drown the brain. So I'm just trying to tell you,
right.
it's just like do your right checkups. That's what I'm saying with that aneurysm stuff.
Yeah,
Yo,
you
Yo,
right.
hold
yo,
up real
and
quick. Hold up real quick, man. Hold up. Yo, who resetting the room? All right, I'm gonna have to reset the room then. Fuck it.
Do you
All
want
right.
me to do it, son?
Yeah. You could
so
do it.
all
You could do it.
that.
So everybody, it's been a couple of hours now of intense conversation, but it's gone real easy breezy with a bunch of brothers and sisters that's building on some fundamentals um, to help us understand each other just a little bit better. And it's all for the better here at the Gotti Gang. Follow the greenhouse up top. Today's conversation was brought to you by Bullets and his moderators. Please follow all of the moderators that you see on the stage. Show some love. We will do the same. You want to say something and pull up to the stage? It's at the discretion of the moderators. The conversation is about my son. We got guests here that have personal relationships at one point in time with the gentleman, but the conversation was geared towards trying to decipher and delineate whether or not there's a fraudulent perspective coming from my son and the questionability of whether or not he deserves to get respect and gain a platform on Clubhouse in rooms with people that actually care about our situation. So follow the house, Gotti Gang. It's the greenhouse up top. My name is Butters. Follow me too. I'm not here for no reason. Butter is
Anybody?
always in the mix. Please believe that.
Can I say something? Because I've been listening. First off, I want to say shout out to Gotti Gang, all the moderators in the building, and
Introduce yourself,
everybody.
guy.
Oh, my name is actually Tay.
Okay,
So
Tay.
I go from room to room just listening to different conversations, but this one, in particular, I just started listening to. I wanted to respond to something that Leo Simone said about knowing the origin of stuff, like where was this created, mainly so this COVID stuff. If you guys aren't aware, there is a video on YouTube about the Senate hearing exchange. And this is where Senator Rand Paul from out of Kentucky is basically questioning Dr. Fauci about gain of function. Now, gain of function is when you take the initial function of something and you increase its function. So as they're asking him these questions and asking him why did he use government money to fund illegal research in Wuhan, about the gain of function and whatnot. So Dr. Fauci is basically stumbling over his words. And then at the end of the exchange, Senator Rand Paul asked him, why did, from the research that they did, why did they turn around and give it to China when China wasn't, isn't someone to be trusted? So I just want everybody to research, to inform yourself, stop listening to news clips and actually do the research yourself. Like I said, you can go on YouTube and look up the Senate hearing exchange with Senator Rand Paul and Dr. Fauci, and you can go see it for yourself. And that's all I want to say.
And Rand
Shout out to everybody, and y'all have a good day.
and Rand Paul is on his ass.
Rand
Rand
Paul and
On
Paul,
his
Pops,
ass, on
Ron
his
Paul,
ass.
them niggas always up. I always.
And
Rand
then you have
Paul.
the NIH, which is the National Institute of Health. They just confirmed that they in fact did do gain of function research.
Okay, but let me say one thing real quick, right? Dr. Fauci is damn near 1 foot in the graveyard and 1 foot on earth, right? If
Snow
I mean,
Billy out of
yeah,
control.
yeah, that's
Let me
just
hold
listen.
on. Let me beg to differ with you. These people are not eating the foods we eating. All these niggas is living to 105, 107. We 1 foot in the grave at 30, 20,
Nah,
30, and
yeah,
40.
yeah, nah. I'm not. Listen, I'm not knocking you because that comes with the diet. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that because I have a real strict diet, right? But understand something, right? As a Latino and African American male, right? I know life potential, life expectancies, right? I know a woman lived to 85. A man gonna go to probably to 75. He might push 80 right now. But a woman gonna always go to 85, probably to 100. A woman, you know what I'm saying? But a man, he might hit 85, give or take. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I don't know. They must have snatched him out the room while he was building. But you know what? My grandfather is 96 years old. He's about to be 97 years old. And guess what? He's always grown his own food. He's down there in Georgia. He got a whole fucking farm in his backyard. And I'm pissed off that I never learned when he was trying to teach me when I was a kid about farming. I never knew that. We made mistakes. We made big mistakes. We let these people provide laws that tell us you cannot farm in your yard, in your house. You cannot collect rainwater. They up to no good. They up to no good. This is
Yeah.
our fault. And you know what? The thing that I love about this shit, I'm gonna tell you what I love about what these white people are doing to us. They forcing us to make the correct moves. It's fucked up, but it's good that this is happening. It's good that this is happening because we would have never did nothing but be niggas. And me and Ocus, we spoke about this shit before on the live when it first started. We had 2,000 scary motherfuckers sitting in the room listening to us, trying to figure out what should we do. You know what I'm saying? So all I can say is this. All I can say is this. Once again, in
Hey,
defense of
Yo, Minnie,
in
hold
the,
on one second. Hold on one second.
yeah,
I'm gonna be right back. I gotta make a store run, so somebody hold it down while I be back. All right.
okay. All right. In defense of my son, just as and I understand where everybody's coming from. We quick to jump at a nigga's throat. But if this was a white man doing what my son was doing, we wouldn't have nothing to say. And that's the fucking reality. We're just saying something because he's a nigga from Ogden Avenue. We can reach out and touch him. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's somewhat of a
Yeah,
bad thing. Like black people have no understanding of infiltration.
at all,
The fuck?
at
If
all.
you saw the
Cause they
if you saw the if you saw the movie if you saw the movie the Spook Who Sat, by the door.
It's a
If
good
you
book,
read the
by the
book,
way. That's a good book, by the way, too. Read about
it's
3 times.
we doing the same thing to my son that they did to homie in the movie.
Of
And
course, because that's the
nobody,
way it's
Shit.
designed.
nobody here has a motive even to do this. Like my son, we're not on a payroll by
Right.
black, people matter. None of that. You know what I'm saying?
Like
So
we gotta get our minds on our minds gotta be on another level. And that's why we here. That's why it's a certain group. That's why I'll come in. Like I might not get on the Hocus Live for uh 2 months and then pop in. I usually come in when I get some valuable information because I just don't want to be talking. And one of the goals of what me and Hocus is trying to do is crowdfunding to buy land and go build on it and get our Winnebagos and have our trailer park and our houses just as a backup because it's going to get stinky down.
Yeah, it's about to
Down
get.
here.
You know what? It's
let's
about to
go
get
to by a
stink,
river,
bro. You ain't lying.
so I could go over there and fish. You heard? Y'all niggas go by the river.
Right. And guess what? Where we want to go up there in New Hampshire, that's where we get our salmon and our shrimp from.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I lived
fish.
up there too. I
I'll be the
lived up
fisherman
there.
for the village.
You know what I'm saying? So look, all I'm saying is this, right? At the end of the day, some serious moves got to be made. We got 2 or 3 years before shit starts shutting down on us like you never saw before.
That's a
You
fact.
know what I'm
That's
saying?
a fact.
People,
That's a
people
fact.
right
And that
now, we got
a
people
fact.
running around. We got people running around with Hitler's nanotechnology in them. We got people who are cameras on the highest levels of their science that they're dealing with, the people who did this shit, we got people who don't even know that at the flick of a switch they could fall out and die. At the flick of a switch, they could cut the cameras on and watch us through their eyes. And
That's a fact.
this is the science of what's going on now, and this is what we're not understanding. You know what I'm saying? So fuckers we mad at my son is the least of our troubles.
Right. Hey, yo,
You
listen.
know
Let
what
me
I'm
say
saying?
something. It seems like you got a good head on your shoulder. This Minnesota, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, let me ask you something, right? You
Is
know, I
there
had
gonna be
caught
some
that.
balance?
Hello.
Yeah, you could talk. I just was trying to see if there's some balance in the room. I
Okay.
mean, I know it's a
Okay.
lot of people in support of my son. I don't know him personally. I just had some questions
All right. Go ahead
regarding
and speak. Go
his.
ahead. Yeah. Go ahead and speak. You can
That's
take
what
it
I'm
because I.
doing. That's what I'm
All right.
doing regarding some of my concerns that I had on him, and it just feels like it's a lot of people that personally maybe know him, and it's wrong of me. I feel like I'm wrong for asking questions about this man and his partner Tamika Mowry, but I
As
actually
long
really
as they're
do
not personal,
care.
you good, mama. As long as they're not personal questions, even though we hear that straight out the facts.
What kind of personal questions?
Well, personal, just personal, like where
This
his
is about
dignity,
the.
where his integrity's at, where his morals is at. Like we could answer your questions like that. He's a a stand up dude. That's
So
all.
are you? So is basically my son's friends are here and nobody's able to ask any questions.
No, no, no. Come on, you could ask any questions. All I'm saying is that as long as there's no questions that are personal, like of course you're more than welcome to ask. I'm sorry for
No,
interrupting you.
Snow Billy wants to speak. Go ahead.
No, no,
Nah, you
mama,
know.
you go. I'm sorry about
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
want to let you
Please,
know.
please, man. Please ask your question, please.
Yes, yes.
Ask it. Ask it. This is the
That
floor.
was my
Ask it.
question. I was just trying to. I've been
Oh,
listening. I'm trying to figure out if the stage is balanced. I just feel like
Okay.
it's
Okay.
more so on his side. But I did have questions and I asked him earlier. And
okay.
one time it was crickets. It was no answer. And I was speaking about people like Darren Stills, who was again found shot up in a burning car, one of the originators of the BLM movement. So I mean, for us to still be promoting that is kind of strange. Nobody wanted to answer that. But yeah, a lot of people have a couple of questions about it. But when you ask, it just feels like I'm around a lot of his friends who are getting upset with me
Okay.
for asking questions.
All right.
No
So
But go
because
worries.
you
ahead,
feel it ain't
somebody.
balanced.
It's
No, I
okay.
just like boom, right. I don't listen. I don't know if I had it. But I know I was fucked up for 7 days, right? I'm quite sure. I think I had the COVID, right? And I never been like, I wasn't like on no ventilator, nothing like that. But the stagnation it did to me. Like for 7 days, I couldn't get out my bed. 7 days, I couldn't eat. I couldn't. All I could do is drink water and eat oranges. I couldn't do nothing, right? For 7 days, I never been in that kind of position. I'd rather anything else. That was the worst 7 days of my life. You know what I'm saying? I've been shot through my neck, hit my third vertebrae in my spinal cord, and I've been shot in the back of my ear. You dig what I'm saying? With two different kinds of guns, right? So, and that's no pain compared to the 7 days I endured. So, after the 7 days, I probably got better. It probably took about 9 days for me to really get back to myself, right? So, of course, that did something to me. So, I got the vaccine. I got vaccinated, right? Because I'm 43 years old, man. Give or take, man. I got another 30 more years to live, man. I ain't looking to live to 100 years old, man. I say 30 more years. I'm up out of here probably by 70, hopefully 75. I don't need to see 100 and all that. I don't need nobody wiping my ass and all that, man. So, you know, I took the vaccine because I feel like, I'm already 40 and some change. So, like I just said, not to be redundant, I got a good, give or take, with the blessings of the high power, I got another 30 more years, let's say, right? And I took the vac. I got vac, but I ain't take the double shot yet, because I'm still hesitant. But the first shot I took because I never experienced no shit like that before. That shit ain't like no flu, ain't like no common cold. That's all a lie. That's a different kind of virus, man. I'm talking about very different, yo. So, you know, I feel for the youth, and I'm not, like I said, I don't know. I tuck it at because I'm a certain age, but I don't know about other people. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
what's your opinion on that? Whoever
Yeah.
could respond to that.
Let me chime in. The first thing I want to say is the first thing that my mother, and I know you're from out there in Brooklyn. My mother's a diehard Brooklynite. But the first thing my mother taught me about the white man is he lies about everything. And so hold on. What you hold on. What you were sick with was something called metal fume fever. And what metal fume fever is, it's a combination of TiO2 and ZnO2, which is titanium oxide and zinc oxide. These are metal nanoparticulates that are sprayed from the geoengineering program. And it's something that if you look up something called chemtrails, we all have a lot of metal in our bloodstream in reference to the things that these people are spraying. So if you look up metal fume fever, you're going to
Yo,
see
Minnie. Yo,
everything that you
hold
went.
up, Minnie. Yo, Minnie,
Yeah.
hold on real quick. Hold on. All right. I'm gonna make a store run real quick. I go through. I gotta go to Home Depot and I gotta go to the supermarket.
Well,
So
nigga, leave your phone in the house and let us
hold up,
go. What's
hold
up?
up, hold up, hold up,
Oh,
Minnie.
shucky ducky
I
quack
just,
quack.
I just want y'all to know.
Gotti, Gotti, before you drop the mic, Gotti, can I say something real quick? 'Cause every,
hold on. Make an announcement.
yes,
Hold
sir.
on. I'm gonna make an announcement. Now,
I
while
don't.
I'm gone, Leo is gonna run the stage. So anybody that got questions and want to talk, she gonna take the questions. I gotta make a store run. So anybody that want to talk about my son, anything, Minnesota speaking now, but after he finished speaking, whoever got questions, she gonna take it. Before I leave, somebody reset the room because I gotta go take care of this business. So somebody reset the room, and I'm about to
Bullets
close.
Ariel,
go
I
take a
got
shit
you.
already.
Hey, make me a moderator so I
Yeah.
can reset the room.
All right. Yeah, Sarah,
It
reset the
gets
room.
really
And
dusty.
I'm going to land the plane. I'm going to be quick. Go ahead. Reset the room.
Okay, yeah. So everybody, we're chilling right now in Gotti Gang. Make sure y'all hit that greenhouse and follow the club. Also follow the moderators that you resonate with. Make sure that y'all hit the bell as well so that you can see where your favorite people are chilling at in these rooms on Clubhouse. So right now, the topic of the room is my son is a fraud. Y'all giving
Right.
him a platform on Clubhouse. So we're just having this discussion. People feel like
Right.
he is. Some
Allegedly.
people feel like
So,
he isn't. Can you be quiet when
so
I'm resetting the room? Relax.
right.
So some people feel one way, some people feel another way, and we're just having this discussion. So Minnesota got the mic right now. We'll do a little popcorn, and also we have to get to some of the new people that's on the stage just to be fair and keep it balanced. Go ahead, Minnesota.
Right. Yeah. So, Snow, what you got sick from was breathing in metal nanoparticulates, and
Mm,
it takes about a week to go through your system. So that's what the geoengineering programs. That's what chemtrails are. Metal nanoparticulates.
okay.
So it's the same steel workers, people who work in the factories and the steel work. That's what it is. So that combined with catching what they do have out there, which is a fucking SARS-CoV-2 is the common cold. Once that shit hits you, boom, you down. You know what I'm saying? And this also combined with with whatever kind of
You,
diet
you
you
know,
have.
right? Bro. I ain't had no cough. I ain't had no fever. I ain't have none of that, bro. I had some shit that I couldn't even eat. I couldn't even get out the bed, bro. Like I couldn't even get out the bed, man. And I never been like that. You know what I'm saying? So
There's not never that you can taste or smell or some
no,
shit
no,
like
I
that,
didn't
right?
lose my taste. I didn't lose my smell. I
Oh,
just
okay.
couldn't eat and I couldn't stay up. Like I tried to gas myself up a few times. Like I wanted to go ahead and go handle some business, but my body just collapsed down. Like I ain't going nowhere. And that shit happened for 7 straight days, bro. And so I jumped on a flight and got about that state I was in. I'm saying, I was like, yo, fuck it, I gotta get up out of here, man. And
Right.
I jumped on Delta and got the fuck up out of that shit fast as a bat out of hell. You hear me?
Can I ask the room a question? Like this is Cuban. Cuban again, Roberto Rodrigo Ramirez. But can I ask the room a question, right? Uh, so you believe this virus shit is real, right? Do y'all believe it's real? Like it's really like it's so potent it kills people, and it started in China and all that, and it came over here because we all seen that old movie and shit. You know, so the little monkey, I forgot what the name of the movie was. Outbreak.
Contagious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit is just like that, right? I mean, in my mind, it's like when you have a virus, that's the illest shit they ever have for the world because it's in the air, it's airborne. So that's a different shit. So if you believe that the COVID virus is for real, then what is the government supposed to do? I mean, as far as like they're supposed to
It,
find a cure because
it
before
is
they find,
airborne.
I know it is. That's what
They're
I'm trying to tell you.
spraying it. They're
So you got
spraying
the
it.
jab, basically?
No, but it's airborne. But I'm trying
They
to tell
got a
you,
cure.
what are you gonna do to fight that off? What are you
They
gonna do?
got a cure. Sorry,
I know they
Cuban.
do,
Natural
but I'm saying it.
natural immunity.
But
They
what do they
got a
got to do?
cure.
What do they do though? Where's the cure? Like, what if you do got a cure?
The cure. With Donald Trump went on the news and said the cure, right? Hydroxychloroquine, right?
Yep,
You got doctors all over the world that's
saying
been
that.
doing clinical trials with this medicine. This medicine not only cure COVID, by the way, cancer. It's a whole bunch of other things it cure.
But you know why they
Doctor,
don't put it out though? You know why they
right?
don't put it out, right? Because
Dr.
there's no money
Fauci
in the
went
cure,
out.
right?
Right now, when you talk about a cure that can cure all these things, now you're talking about billions and trillions of dollars.
No, but I'm talking about just the COVID part,
No, but
because a
that's
lot of people lost their lives to COVID, supposedly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know it was malpractice and the doctors shit. They didn't know how to treat it. That was their excuse. You know what I'm saying? Which I believe that's a big ass conspiracy, also. You know what I'm saying? But to minimize the population, I
Yeah.
really think that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like what is the government supposed to do? It's supposed to find a cure, and they're supposed to put it out there for y'all to take it, right? For us to take it. But now, when they do find a cure, now it's the government is implanting some shit to kill us off even more or to control us, which is
It's to kill
also,
us off, Cuban.
yeah, go
Well,
kill us off.
Cuban.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, let me
But then
Well,
again, what are you
Cuban.
supposed to
I
do in
want
a
to ask you
situation
something,
like
Cuban. I
that?
want to ask you something, Minnesota and
You know
Cuban.
what?
When you
Gary,
finish,
don't let me just finish this thought off because I'm putting those two together so y'all can understand. It's like okay, so this actually COVID shit is is a danger to everybody. It's not poor, rich, whatever, because this shit is airborne. So they want y'all to take it so it could cure it. You know what I'm saying? So it could cure it so they don't get so the last strands could be fought off and they won't survive out here no more. But people are now resistant. So now it's like what do you do in a situation like that where people now are thinking that this vaccine
It's
is
not
evil too?
airborne, Cuban. It's not airborne.
Okay, can I
let
just
me.
say this real quick? This is Leo, and then somebody gonna
Who
take
is
it
that? My
after me.
son?
So this is real quick. So
It's King
listen,
John.
they have.
Oh shit, you sound like mine. It's my brother.
Let
My
me.
bad.
Do y'all want to know what I have to say? So there's patents on these things. So I know you're talking about it as if it was like actually something that happened naturally. There's patents on all of this stuff. I have the links. David E. Martin was speaking on this. It's about 2 hours long. If y'all want it, I will send it in the back channel.
I
So this
believe
way
you.
you could see. This way you could see that this was created as
Yep.
1999, like a little earlier than that. So it goes. So this is something that's definitely been planned. So why would I want to take your so-called solution
Not my
for
so-called. Not me.
yeah
I just
yeah
saying
the
that's
jab the solution?
yeah, but it's not me. I didn't do that shit.
No,
Can I
no,
ask
not you,
what's
not you, not you.
Oh,
I'm
yo
just
shit?
saying
oh,
they're
Can I can
but
I
go
ask
ahead.
I just want to ask this, right? Listen, right, because I don't know if I'm the only one feeling like this, right? But due to all this shit, like I'm really angry at this shit, man. I want to know if if I'm the only black man angry about this situation, or is everybody that's going on with their life, like this shit is cool. Like I'm angry because like I go to the gym, right? So sometimes I'm confused. I don't know if I wear my mask going in the gym, but then when I get in the gym, I take the mask off around a whole bunch of people, and then I go back. I like I'm like this shit that made me a different kind of person, man. So I want to know if I'm just affected with this, or is
Right.
several other people affected by the anger behind this shit. Like
it's
I don't know.
Well,
mental torture also, man. That comes with. It's not just your bodily getting sick. It's just like your mental.
let me
You know
tell
what I'm
you
saying?
this: you never needed a mask.
Never. He's right.
It's turning
Like,
people into robots.
since this shit started, I never had a mask on. I've been I'm from the Bronx. The Bronx is already filthy without COVID,
Right, right,
right?
right, right.
And I just want to say, there's no such thing as a virus taking a break. All these motherfuckers was down at the All-Star game, and everybody came back and lived their lives fucking
Hmm.
peacefully. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Remember,
So there's a
they had the fucking riots in the middle of all that shit.
Hmm. I
Thousands and
remember
thousands
that.
of peoples together in the streets spitting and yelling and all that shit. So,
Right,
man,
right,
I
right.
just tell you that shit is bullshit.
So see, but the thing is, it's real in the sense that, see, this is where it gets real at, right? It
It's
gets
always
real.
true.
It gets real in the sense that, um, the game that's getting ready. This is the next level of the game. Before we end up fighting any government entity or anything, we're gonna fight each other because now they got the vaccinated and the unvaccinated at odds. This is a fact. This is a feeling. In my building where I
Now, how
live
do you
at,
know, Mr. Minnesota? How do you know what's next, though? The COVID
because,
virus only been out
because
here for two years. So
listen, let
how
me
do
tell
you
you
know?
something.
So you
Because they're
just only
forcing, they're
only
forcing
thing right now.
everybody,
No,
they're forcing
listen. First of
everybody to
Nah,
all,
get
but
the
you don't
shot.
know Johnson and Johnson. You don't know if it's man does. You don't know if it's Pfizer. So are they giving Johnson and Johnson in the hood with a chicken sandwich?
That's capitalism, my brother. That's a
listen to me,
capitalism. Now,
No,
why do they
I'm
have to have
saying
two?
because you can't mix the second booster or the third booster, and now they're giving
brother,
it to our
brother. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
five.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
They're trying
Do you
to
Just
know
give
why
it
like
you
to
need?
our
religion,
five and
just like
11 years
religion,
old.
Let's do
Do you
one
know
more.
why
just
you
like
need a
religion.
booster? Do you know why you need a booster? You need a booster because you just gave up your natural
No, because
immunity.
that's what they told you. It's only been since 1920, 19, I mean 2020. So you don't know what's going to happen 10 years from now, 20,
I know,
20
I know,
years
I
from
know the
now.
But my
source.
brother, this is common sense. Look,
I
why
know
do
the
you think it
source.
got
So
two
common
different?
sense. All
But
right,
why you think it
go
got two
ahead.
different?
Common sense. All right,
But
let's
why do
talk
you?
about
But
common sense then.
just bear
That
with me.
shit,
Bear with me. Why
that
do
shit
you
got it.
think that it got two different or three or four different companies doing the same shit and saying, "Oh, get this for," because that's capitalism.
It's
That's
not the
America.
same because they give the Johnson and Johnson to people in the hood, and then
There
they
you
give
go.
Pfizer to the ones. Well, this is what I'm knowing. It's I don't know. I don't think about conspiracy theories and woo de
Well,
woo,
you
but
you you
It's
fucked
not
up. If you don't
conspiracy.
think
It's just
about,
one
if
one
you don't
just
think
just like
about
the
but you
Bible, right?
can't
conspiracy,
you
It's God.
can't.
It's God, right? It's just God. Why you need seven different religions to follow one thing? Because that's where the money comes from. Now they're
Exactly.
making money off of the people, and that's the thing. Because if they really wanted the cure, they just get everybody just join together and say, "Yo, this is it right here. Come get your shots," and that's it. But they don't do that, so that's why you know it's something funny now. Because now they got different companies giving you different shots. Then
well,
you don't
you
even know
know
what the
what?
hell going on.
Yo, Cuban, the man said he don't believe in the man said he don't believe in conspiracy theories. You didn't X yourself out right there, brother. This is about critical thinking. It
Yeah.
don't got nothing. Yo, listen, gain of funk. They on Fauci's ass for doing what you said don't exist. You don't believe in conspiracy theories? Go turn on C-SPAN and see what's going on. Go turn on
Hey,
C-SPAN.
bro,
The
it ain't even
conspiracy
about
shit is
One
conspiracy
second, y'all.
theory.
Let's get
It's
Harlem
called
to jump in real quick. He
it's
hasn't
called.
spoken yet.
Yeah,
Harlem
I
want to
want to
speak,
touch on
say
the
something.
topic anyhow.
Go ahead, Harlem.
It,
Hold on.
it's
I want to ask a question. I'm gonna keep it a buck, right?
hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. I ain't.
Go ahead, Harlem. You are a moderator here, so you guys are gonna have to respect the moderators. You can come back up. Just be respectful, please. Go ahead. Harlem.
I got this quick question for everybody, and I want everybody to answer this. So, all those people that got fired from their jobs that didn't take the coronavirus shot, do you think they're gonna be able to win that lawsuit when they sue the government, New York City?
no, nope, because that's where it's moving. If you don't got the shot, you're the enemy to the government.
Yeah, they not winning shit. They're not winning nothing in no courtroom.
And, you know what's amazing about niggas to me? You niggas see the Georgia Guidestones. You niggas saw Bill Gates, innovation to zero. I've never heard a man speak so eloquently about murder and about murdering billions
Mm,
eloquently. And niggas is just like conspiracy. Where's your fucking mind? Lose the word conspiracy. It's critical thinking. And this
Good
is
point.
and
Good
yo,
point. Good point.
listen, right? There's a book, right? If you think there's a good book by Harriet Washington called Medical Apartheid. And medical
You do that?
apartheid, Tuskegee wasn't the only experiment that they did on us. Tuskegee was one known experiment. The book got about 80 different fucking experiments in there that they always experiment on us through the Health and Hospitals Corporation. You know what I'm saying? To put something in you and see how long you live, if it take your kidneys out, your liver. Yo, listen, let me tell you something. All American hospitals used to cure people with trees and herbs. Google read the Flexner report, Flexner. They just started this shit in the 1900s,
Now,
making medicine.
I mean,
So it's
not
not
for
a
nothing,
theory.
not for nothing. That's why Cuba
It's the
also has a big, you know what I'm saying, like a big medical record because that's what they use. They use like, you know what I'm saying, like natural shit to cure things. You know what I'm saying? And people got a high expectancy rate of living because it's just natural. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just wanting to say that because I'm Cuban, but you know, regardless, if you go
so
check the shit for real. Like, you know, they got medicine. They up there with the top medical teams because of that.
Yeah,
We
so
yeah,
found
so
out.
Minnesota said a
it's not
lot.
a theory then. It's
With
the fucking truth.
King, 1 second, King. So Minnesota, you said a lot, and it was very informative. And I don't know if anybody had any questions for you or like anybody wanted to make any comments to that because that was very informative. But King, you got something to say, and then also it's more people. So if y'all have any comments to make, go
Hey yo,
ahead.
let me just say one thing.
Yeah,
Hey yo,
so
man, shout all y'all out. Yo, shout out Minnesota. Shout to all the females out in here. Shout Cuban, everybody. If I miss your name, man, just shout it to my brain, man. Yo, it was a good conversation. Shout Gotti, y'all Gotti gang, the whole everybody that been in here, man. But I gotta handle some business, man. It was appreciate y'all attention and answering the questions, man. Y'all niggas stay safe and stay strong. I'm out, man.
I'm gonna go on.
Absolutely.
Thanks for passing through. Go ahead, King.
yeah. Yeah, so I was just saying the concept of conspiracy theory, it ain't even none of this shit is theory, it's the actual truth. I mean, all these things that we're talking about are the results of marketers. You know what I'm saying? This whole imperialist society, capitalist,
Yeah,
so-called capitalist society we live in is the result of economics. You know what I'm saying? A parasitic economic system. So it's all the fucking same. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like that's the clarity I just want to bring to it. But honestly, like I wanted to speak to the topic because that as well is part of my what I dwell in and what I constantly want to push. So my son is a fraud. Okay, I'm not gonna go that far, but I do feel like he made some mistakes.
Oh, he might be in the Matrix. Minnesota, you were speaking.
Nah, I mean
Hello,
let them ask me questions and not just give them what I got, man.
Okay, so anybody that
uh,
has any questions for Minnesota,
if you
go
hear
ahead. Feel free.
what happened,
We can hear you just fine. Conclude your statement, please.
My son is
well,
not a fraud, but what?
yeah, that's where it stopped because I was talking. I didn't even know it stopped.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyhow,
Matrix for a
yeah,
minute. You
Do
were
you have
saying
a question, King,
is
or
a
a
fraud.
comment you want to make?
yeah, man, y'all can go ahead. I ain't even fuck
No,
Okay,
it.
we
no,
will.
it's you. We
Okay,
want you to
we'll
finish
move
saying what you
forward.
were saying.
I
Oh
want to
What
shit.
respect
annoyed
them.
him though? I don't get it.
I don't get it either. That's why I don't really be on stage with people who've been drinking. But moving forward, this is Gotti Gang. Make sure y'all follow the
Leo.
club, hit that greenhouse, and make sure that y'all follow the moderators that you resonate with. Make sure you also hit the bell so that you can see where your favorite moderators are at, chilling on these clubhouse streets.
Yo,
So go ahead,
it's a
Butters.
dope. It's a dope room. I'm listening to the brothers, and it's like w- um, it's so interesting to me that the conversation that's being had in reference to the jab and all this other stuff. Like, where have these brothers all been when we've been doing this for months on here?
I didn't know
And
about that.
they're so filled with animosity about it,
Mm,
and all these different. I'm not saying that they have rhetoric or anything, but these all these knowledgeable bills that we've been doing for the longest, between each other on this app and outside the app. And Leo, I have events where I have a hip hop conscious collective
yep.
speaking situation where we actually go face to face to stay outside the status quo. They're coming on here a little bit upset because they've not had a chance to vent about how they feel about these things just as yet. So I understand that. But sticking to the topic of the room, COVID's not my son's fault. The conversation is supposed to be about our 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 togetherness to move through this whole matrix that we're inside of with each other. So I would appreciate it. I didn't make the room, but I would really appreciate it if everybody that's in here stays towards building towards something that can be a collective thought process on how we can move forward with each other to accept what we know about each other, be it Myson, be it Hocus, be it Hassan, and say, yo, you guys got humongous platforms. Let's look like like the righteous brothers that y'all all got inside of you to talk to each other and with us as well too. We understand what happened now. We got a better understanding through what Hassan came through and said, a better understanding through what Cuban added to it. Hocus, everybody that's in here has their opinion on things, and that's cool. So now what do we do to build moving forward so we don't look like ignorant assholes to the rest of the world and the people that's looking? What can we do moving forward that's going to make us build better together? If you don't want Soros money and all this other shit, or you don't want nobody supporting it, shit, I even was mad when I, at one point, when I was like, damn, how come Tamika's riding around in Cadillac commercials during BET? Like, but you got to understand this, guys. Once you take on the title of activist, there's nobody else funding your lifestyle but yourself and your word. Okay? Anybody in here that's ever taken on a position of outside of a 9 to 5 job and you just took on entrepreneurship, it's nothing but you and your own cojones to hold
Yep.
shit down. So now when you take on activists now, that's a whole nother ball game. Sponsorship and team building and things like this, it takes time, money. I'm sure they don't sleep much. And then when they go to other towns and fly out and stay there, what do you guys think is paying for the hotel? Do you think it's the townspeople that could afford to do that when half of the people are living in poverty anyway? There's got to be funding. And I'm not justifying a Soros funding or anything like that. But guys, just like Minnesota was saying, and Minnesota, thanks for, bigging up what I spoke to in reference to the spook who sat by the door, because guys, we can't keep blowing each other up on public forums. We got to understand that um, there's a better way to do things. And your people got to talk to my people so we can plan better about how we moving. Because when we feed the app our spirituality this way and feed other people our negativity towards each other, they bank on that. That's us living in the kingdom of niggerdom. They love that shit. They can't wait to
Yeah.
see that happen. It feels good to them. They feed off of our fear, they feed off of our ignorance, and they definitely want us to keep on living in the kingdom of niggerdom because that's where we get whipped. You feel me? This
Right.
is
And
Butter. You want to know some more about that and my theory on it? I'm an anger management specialist. And not only that, I teach the youth as well too inside of the high schools. And not only that, I've taught and graduated over 4,000 men, ex-incarcerated ones, from my anger management program. And my curriculum is called Introduction to Zombie Nation.
Amen.
I've
Amen.
been
Salute you,
studying
sister.
for a very, very long time.
Salute. Salute.
All
Salute.
right, guys. So
Is
think intricately before we speak to certain things. Think intricately and embrace um, our ignorance as well too, so we could speak past it.
Yeah,
right.
let me say something too, man. This is before I leave because I'm leaving too. I gotta go do something. I gotta check my fishing rod. I think I caught a fish. I'm playing around, but for
You
real,
getting
man.
stripers, Cuban? You getting stripers?
Stripers, baby. We call them strippers around my way. But yeah,
I'm dead.
stripers. But anyway, yeah. Listen, man. I think the larger picture is what unites us. I think we all got the same, larger picture, image, and the vision of unity and having things work right. So the real people could feel it. Even when it trickles down all the way from the top, when from the politician sides where they get them big budgets and what we get in the hood is nothing. By the time it gets back to our communities, it's nothing. So we have to also keep mind of who we appoint leaders, and that's what we're talking about when we say somebody like my son and all of that. But my son, like I said, it's a small thing to that big conglomerate that's out there, man, and it's corrupted, it's tainted, it's got hundreds of years of nothing but devil shit with it, but it also has it's good things to it. And you know what I'm saying, and you know that hope is always going to be with us. It's going to be within me anyway, and especially when it comes to our community and those that take our word and our wants and our needs inside the community, to voice them out there, to voice them to the point that we could now make that pipeline, that we could trust somebody, and you know what I'm saying, because they have our best interests involved in it. So you know, a brother like my son, I could talk for his morals, you know what I'm saying, his integrity, his ethics, and like I said, man, I vouch for that man. Now, what that company he's working for, yeah, put him out there. Put him out there, but do it respectfully, where the questions are where he has to answer them. And if it doesn't make sense when he answers them, then we understand more. But you know, like I said, respect is number one. You know what I'm saying? Respect is very, very very, very important if you want somebody to answer your questions back also, man. And you know, and just promote love, man. Promote love. And yes, that conspiracy shit has been, you know, that everybody thinks it's conspiracy. Those are the truths, man. Those are actually the truths. It's just people don't do their homework and go see, you know, what's behind that curtain. And because the main motherfuckers are in power, they try to put that curtain there so the people and the rest can be confused and debunk it. But I guarantee you, most of these conspiracy shit, the bunkers underneath the ground and all that shit, spaceships and mountains and shit, so they can move to Mars, all that shit. I'm telling you, that's real shit. I'm not,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Putting poison in our food and all of that.
yo,
That's for real. I believe all
Cuban,
that. So that's why we got to be on point and keep that unity.
Cuban. There's
Cause
only two diseases out here, and one is that's the white trust and black stupidity.
yeah, man. And you know, we got to get that tube, man. That motherfucking TV, and now the you know what they putting out there. It's not the truth, man. You got to
Man,
do. We got to do our own work and our own homework, man. And Minnie, I love you, man. I didn't hear about all that shit you went through, man. God bless you. You know, you're my brother.
Hey, thank you, team, man. I'm beyond happy to be here. I got a whole new perspective on life coming out that coma, and just like I care, man. I care. Like I couldn't sit back and see them. But I don't be with my son. My son is not my man. I never broke bread with mice.
No
But I'm
doubt.
just looking at it like this is the thing. It's like this is the thing. They like turned men into women. We sitting here
Yeah.
talking about it, and really niggas is talking about him because he's eating. When you eat, people hate you. That's the fucking bottom line.
But he's
Nigga,
standing behind a great like a good thing, positive thing. That's what bothers me because he's positive, man. Regardless of all that shit, or
all
you
right.
know, he's
See, you know
positive,
what?
doing something that you know, feeding his
That's right.
family and preaching
Right.
that real shit, real talk. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I respect that.
Right. Look, nigga went from a rapper and a robber to an activist, and niggas are still mad. Like,
But yeah,
let
they
the
didn't say
nigga
shit when he was a
breathe.
robber. Back then, ain't nobody came up and said, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now he's changed his whole life around. He's doing positive shit now. Now
That's
look at him.
that's
Now they bring up
because
his old shit.
you know what, man. I'm gonna tell you what that shit is. See,
Mm-mm.
the bucket is not the crab's natural environment. And this is what we're doing. This is grab him. He's almost out the bucket. Get him. Grab his foot.
Hey yo, Minnie, hold on
Checkmate.
real quick, Minnie. Hold on real quick. I was going in and out. I was just listening, but I just want to give a shout out to my nigga Hip Hop Viral. I see you in the building, my nigga. Salute to
Shout
you,
out
man.
to you.
Yeah, shout out to you too. Um, Minnie, go back to what you were saying, bro. I don't mean to cut you off.
But can I just say this? This is real. So, okay,
Definitely.
without it being about the crabs in a barrel, a conversation. I know some people have maybe hip hop beef going on or something, but just as a citizen chilling, right? All right. So the defund the police um movement that he was rooting for, because I was checking into her son's life, and I was checking in with what was going on in the world in New York. So okay, how do y'all feel about that? Because I know I'm
I'm gonna
trying
say
not to
this
say
update.
The key
I'm
to this is
trying.
balance,
It's
man.
a
I'm trying
Balance,
not to say
balance.
what I really want to say, and I'm trying to be really respectful.
it's a
It's got to be
But I
balanced.
really am a little bit frustrated about that because I mean, how do you tell people who don't? want to defund the police and then have gangbangers become the new
I
police,
was just about to
that
say
they
that.
are crabs in a
It's about
barrel.
balance. It's about balance. That's what it is, man. I mean, we
Yo,
give
listen,
if we give the cops too much power, you see what they do to us. If we give the
listen.
gang members too much
And
power, look what they do to us. So it's about balance. It's about
okay, but
balance.
in my son's case, it was about defunding the police. So now, do you
What
know
do you think that they
what
get too
that
much
would
money
do
right now?
in New York City?
But do you think that they get too much money right now? I'm asking. I don't even know the budget they got, but
I
do you
How
think
much
think?
they
that I
make?
think that as a woman, especially of color, I don't want to be outside being policed by gangbangers who are screaming that they're on demon time and
100%.
smoking on the ashes of other people's dead bodies.
No,
See, a lot,
100%. But that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the actual pay grade they get.
That was my question.
Yo,
How
listen.
I'm
did
Let
y'all
me
feel
saying
about the
defunding.
defund the
let me
Defunding
police?
means money.
can I chime in on that?
let me make this
Okay,
easy
well, why
for
they not
y'all.
having
Let
the
me
same conversations about teachers?
Hold
Teachers are the
on. One
teachers
mic,
of the future.
Cuban. Hold on,
I'm
Cuban.
sorry.
Hold
I'm
on.
sorry. I'm leaving anyway. Yo, I love y'all,
It's
man.
all good. I love you too, Cuban. I love that you came in support, my nigga. You always
Yo,
come and say
Cuban,
love.
before you leave, that
Yes,
Telling
sir.
Lies with Tony Sunshine, classic record, bro.
Oh, good looking, my nigga. You already know.
Peace, Cuban.
All right, mama. A pleasure. Love y'all. Be good, man.
No doubt. Peace.
Yo, listen. Now, let me explain to you what defund the police is about. Defund the police is a chess move by the powers that be. It has nothing to do with the police. Because now, look, right? If you don't have the police, what happens next? You have lawlessness. If you have lawlessness, what happens next? We can bring in the military. They have executive orders in place to bring in the military if niggas get out of line. So why not let these niggas police themselves? When I go down to New York, and I go see my people in Harlem or my people in the Bronx, I feel so weird because everybody's strapped and I'm not. Everybody got a fucking strap.
You
Everybody.
can't hold in the state of New York City. So what's going to happen when there's
What
single
you weird?
mothers
What?
and
Says who?
there's
You ain't
gangbangers
been you ain't been in
policing the
New York.
community?
You ain't been in New York.
You
That's
actually
fine.
can't have a gun in New York.
That's fine because I'm talking on an app called Clubhouse and nobody knows
Hey,
me
Omar,
personally
you
to
want to
know
say
that I'm
something?
currently
You know
located
that
there.
that rule ain't
But
never
that's
Everybody,
stopped
weird.
nobody from carrying.
That's
You know.
weird. So
everybody in the city.
Hold on. Mini. Hold on. Let Leo talk.
I
I
just
know
feel like I'm
because
going
I know
back and forth with his friends or something, and
Marv, you want to say something, my
I'm
nigga?
not a crab in a barrel person. I'm just a person that's speaking, and I'm concerned about the community seriously. So, can we have a real discussion without it being favoritism to people's friends? But I really want to know, yeah, lawlessness. So that's what we're going to be rooting for. Somebody's hitting me on the back channel actually agreeing with me. Thank you. Somebody agrees because as again, I feel like I'm on a stage with a lot of this person's friends. I don't know this guy. I don't have any hate for this person. I just want to have a conversation about honest questions that I have. So we defund the police and then what?
It's
Then
not
the
police.
community is supposed to jump in, but it's not supposed to be bangers. And I'm not the person. There's more educated folks on it, but it's not supposed to be specifically bangers. It's just basically supposed to be like let's say the Black Panthers. They were not gang bangers. They were for the community. So it's nothing really that hasn't really been done before. It just has to be re-implemented again, and I think the other aspect was what uh, someone was saying before they left, to bring down to instead of defunding like the community centers, take some of the money from the police that are getting for these military vehicles and these dogs and robots